We are live on the Miguel and Holly and the Hits 961 Facebook page for Queen City Confessions.
Here's the thing. We always want to hear your confessions or your secrets that you want to get off your chest. Text HITS along with your confession and send it to 96893. You get to be anonymous.
Here's the first confession. I've been having an affair with my hairdresser for 6 months. Some days I feel like complete trash, and some days I've never felt so alive. My husband is so obsessed with work. He barely pays any attention to me. I know I need to stop it, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
You know, I think a lot of people when hearing that would be like, well, why would you do how and why? Get out of it. This situation is so common. You could be so many people.
Right.
And there's someone listening right now that's like, yep, that's me. Not with maybe the hairdresser or whoever. There's a reason why this situation is so common. It's almost like that's humanity's like downfall, right? And so clearly from the confession that you need to stop this. But it's like a drug in some ways because chemically your brain is addicted to it. And so it makes it even makes it even harder to quit. But so it's gonna have to end some way or another.
I'm just curious also from like the salacious side of things. Like, how did you and your hairdresser start having an affair? Like, I just don't know. Because I mean, I know that between the guy that cuts my hair and then the woman that twists my hair over now 2 years, we have a rapport, a friendship, and we check in and we both have storylines. We check up in. So I can see, but then like, how do you take it from the shop to like, are you going to hotels? I want to know the kind of details of this.
Because I feel like a lot of times alcohol is involved in the one thing led to another.
Right.
But in this case, not.
Like after they do your hair, then y'all go to the car. Like I
think they probably go to the car before the hair. Like
you can't mess up the hair.
That and you can't keep your hands off of each other. Like there is no, especially depending on what you're getting done. There's no sitting around 4 hours waiting for all that to happen.
I doubt we'll get any phone calls on this, but who is the strangest person that you've had an affair with?
How many affairs do people have that they would have normal ones and strange ones?
Oh no, that's why I'm putting it out there because I don't know. Because when I saw the hairdresser, I'm like, well, that's a new one.
That's a new one.
Who's the strangest person you've had an affair with? 1-844-HITS-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text HITS along with your message to the number 96893.
Here's another Queen City confession. I was looking in my boyfriend's closet for an extra t-shirt. Under some underwear, I found an engagement ring. It's an ugly ring.
Oh, no.
But I think he's holding it for his best friend who's been talking about proposing to his girlfriend.
Okay.
Because I've only been with my boyfriend for about 3 months.
Oh, okay.
But the ring is ugly. Well, it's not your ring, so.
I was going to say it's not your ring. That is subjective. Have you ever met people that are like fawning over their own ring and they can't wait to show it off? And you're like, good for you. But like you look at it and you're like, God, glad it's not me. Like jewelry is subjective,
right?
Which is, we get into that whole thing later about like sometimes women don't like their rings, even though the guy's like, what? It's beautiful. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I think it's not for you. 3 months?
Yeah, no, that's not for you.
Yeah.
Unless it is. I mean, we've heard of shorter engagements, so not to put that in your head, but
well, hold on. If it is for you, you got bigger problems than an ugly ring. Okay. That's yikes.
Here's the last Queen City confession. I feel like the blinders have finally come off. I've been trying to keep up with my friends, with trips, nights out, and dinners. I'm so bad in credit card debt and only 26.
Oh, no.
I really feel like I've become the worst version of who I thought I would be as an adult.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. We've all been there.
Yes.
We've all 100% been there.
That's kind of what your 20s are for.
You learn those lessons. Like hold on. Let me put the number out there and then let's play some songs because I have a story about my 20s that where I was in a very similar situation. It actually all has to do with how Holly met me back when I was 22.
Yes.
So don't feel bad. But let me throw the number out there for this.
Good story. You better hang on. It's a good story.
Yeah. So if you're out of your 20s and you're in your 30s, what lessons did you learn from your 20s that you can now go back and be like, listen, that's what your 20s are for. I've learned from my mistakes. So what mistake did you make in your 20s that you learned from? 1-844-HIT-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text HITS along with your message and send it to 96893.
We'll take your stories and I'll tell you my big mistake that I made next.